John Tinker was a 15-year-old from Des Moines, Iowa during the 1960s. He and his family were against the Vietnam War. John, what do you think about the Vietnam War?
I don't think there are good wars and bad wars. We're not defending ourselves. We're dropping bombs onto thatched roofs.
What about you, Mary Beth?
I agree. I want to take a stand.
In the fall of 1965, Tinker went with his church group to a protest march in Washington, D.C. On the way back from the trip, about a dozen kids, including Tinker and his friend Chris Eckhart, decided to wear black armbands to school to protest the Vietnam War.
Hey, let's wear these black armbands in support of Senator Robert Kennedy's Home by Christmas proposal.
Okay, we can get my family involved too.
Let's do it.
These are going to look awesome at school.
Yeah.
John, Chris, and Mary Beth were all suspended from their respective schools for the 4 remaining days until Christmas break. Mr. Eckhart, I've called you into my office today because of the armband you're wearing. Why did you decide to do it?
I'm protesting the Vietnam War.
Would you mind taking it off, please? It distracts from the school environment, and it's a symbol of communism.
No.
Chris, this is getting ridiculous! Take off your armband! Do you want a busted nose?
I just want peace.
You're suspended! Over winter break, the Iowa Civil Liberties Union approached the Tinkers. Mr. Tinker, over the past week I've been pondering your interesting predicament, and I think it would be quite possible for you to sue the Des Moines school system on the grounds that they are violating your First Amendment right to free speech.
I think it might be worth it to do that. We've been suffering a lot of backlash in my family for what we're doing. Nobody wants us to wear the armbands.
Yeah, I got a call on Christmas Eve by someone threatening to blow up our house. Hello? Why would you do this? It's Christmas Eve. Someone else threw red paint at our driveway.
Oh, what a lovely day. Is that blood? Is it fruit punch? Oh, someone threw red paint all over our driveway. Oh, I'm gonna get whoever did this.
A radio talk show host offered to lend a gun to anyone who would shoot my dad.
Now, I'll be willing to give a gun to anyone willing to shoot Mr. Tinker for letting his kids wear those armbands. He's letting Satan into his home. I don't know who he thinks he is, but that is not okay.
In April of 1966, the case was heard by the Des Moines Federal District Court. The Tinkers lost that case and decided to continue it in St. Louis over the summer. That case tied with a 4-4 vote, but Tinker still needed to win the case. The Tinkers appealed for a hearing in the Supreme Court, which wasn't argued until the fall of 1968.
School officials can't just clamp down on kids for expressing their thoughts. They can tell them not to shout or clap, but they can't keep a kid from expressing his thoughts based on what they're saying.
The opposing sides argue that the armbands represent communism and distract other children in school.
Schools don't possess absolute authority over their students. Students inside and outside of school are still persons under our Constitution.
John Tinker wins with a 7-2 majority.